Finally, we have the bounty of a Yonkou revealed to us, and Kaido, biggest mistake of your life, and not taking down Luffy and Kid when you had the chance. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeek Mister here to give you a double chapter review on chapters 925 and 926. Now, first I must apologize that the review I did of on last chapter, 924, was taken down due to copyright issues, and I do apologize for that, but I think I figured out what it was, but let's not get into that. Let's get into the two chapters that begin Act 2. Yes, and now let's get started here, and, well, I gotta say, I'm sure we all knew this from the start. I mean, come on. It was pretty obvious from the very beginning. Moria's alive. About time they revealed he was alive. His bounty seems to still be the same, though. You would think maybe it had been gone up a little bit, but maybe during the time skip, he was just hiding about or doing whatever. But also, Peruna finds out about this, and oh, she is so happy. She is just ready to go. Although Mihawk said that it's a good idea, and he says that it's because something interesting came up at the reverie table, and that could be and the fact that he said that it'd be a good idea to leave, and considering he's on his island and they no doubt know where he is, I'm thinking this has something to do with the warlord system being no more. At least it seems like right now it seems to be on the verge of that, but we don't know right now. And speaking of the reverie, it's in its 4th day, and I think they said there's a 7-day thing going on with the reverie. And it turns out the Revolutionary Army who infiltrated it have now started a battle with the admirals so they can free Koma. Koma, who was once a member of the Revolutionary Army, unfortunately, though, has been turned into a cyborg by the government, most likely because the government found out of how he was opposing the world government. Opposing them, and he set them, and he was made a cyborg to set as an example to anybody who opposes them will get this. But not only that, it turns out not only did we find out Gecko Moria is alive, we were actually introduced to him again after the time skip. And why is that? Well, it turns out like he found out his former subordinate, that guy who has the power of the clear fruit to turn invisible. I forget how to pronounce his name. Abasolum or something like that? Abrasolum? Abrasolum, I believe that's how it's spelled. But either case, he's out there on an island called Pirate Island, and man, he's looking for him, but getting all like destructive and everything. It turns out he's on Blackbeard's island. And oh wait, he found him. He found Abrasolum, but it turns out that that wasn't Abrasolum. That was actually someone disguised as him. And that would be one of the former impaled down mates who joined the Blackbeard Pirates before they got to Marineford. That being that lady called Crescent Devon. It seems she ate a mythical devil fruit, the power of the Nine Tails. She's got the powers of the QB Fox. And if her powers allow her to transform in anything she wants, similar to the Clone Cone fruit, but to more superiority, to where I'm sure she doesn't have to use her hands to get someone's identity, probably. But because I'm pretty sure, yeah, she don't probably need to use hands to do that. And considering how foxes are supposed to be sneaky and everything, I can definitely see that the Blackbeard Pirates would have no trouble infiltrating places they would need to infiltrate. Oh, and speaking of which, ooh, Gecko Moria, what happened? You got cut. But by who? Oh, Shiryu. He's got the power of the clear fruit. Wait, if he's got the power of the clear fruit, what happened to Abrasolum? Is he dead? Well, it's not been confirmed yet or anything, but it sure seems to be pointing in that direction. And then we also finally get our reveal of Blackbeard's wanted poster. Well, not his poster, but his bounty. It's actually 2.247 billion berries. Yeah. 2.247 billion berries. And that's just pretty much about what you'd expect out of a Yonkou. Now, in terms of physical prowess, I'm pretty sure we can all agree Kaido's got that down. Whether his bounty's higher than Blackbeard or not, we don't know right now. We'll have to wait and see how that one goes. But not only that, with the stuff we find out in the sense of world building, we go on to Act 2 of the Wano Country arc. And well, the first thing I think we're seeing in here, or the first thing I'll get on topic here, is Ashuru, who, when we see him, he has a bit of a clash here. He's got a little clash going on with Inarashi, but then he brings up an interesting spot, and the whole time that Kinemon and Kiku and Momonosuke have been gone, things have changed a lot. Like, it's been a blank time, and things have no doubt changed so much. And one thing Ashuru brings up is that he only worked and would be loyal to Odin, Kazuki Odin. He never said anything about his family, so he's loyal to that guy, but he ain't loyal to his family. Meaning he seems to be the guy who, if someone's got a strong spirit, he'll follow them. If it's stronger than his or something like that, or powerful determination, he'll follow it. So, and right now, it seems like right now, it doesn't seem like that'll happen with these guys. Although Kinemon thinks he's being underestimated. So maybe he has an idea on how to get him back. And then finally, we're introduced to Kaido's last two right-hand men of the disasters. That's King of the Fire and Queen the Plague. Now the King Fire here, he seems like he has a devil fruit that deals with a bird sort of thing, maybe a mythical bird. Only one right now I can think of are phoenixes, but I'm sure if I do more research, I can find other mythical birds that he could probably be. Because, I mean, if his master, the captain's got a dragon mythical devil fruit, then there's no doubt that the disaster's got to have something between ancient or zone type. So maybe an ancient bird or a mythical zone bird type of fruit. And since the Phoenix is already taken, who knows? But also Queen, she seems to be someone who deals with mechanicalism, only basically because of that arm. But that was chapter 925. On to chapter 926, where we're getting at the beginning of this chapter, we're given a few name drops here too. It seems to be like there's a manslayer out there at night, and there's a guy also named Mr. Ox who is I don't know if that's the same guy or not, but this Mr. Ox guy seems to be the guy who steals from the rich and gives to the poor in the sort of Robin Hood sort of sense. And we're also introduced to this samurai here we were introduced to a while back. And he seems to have been given a card by Usopp because he actually passed by Usopp and got that card. Whereas actually, we're given a few panels to where lots of people are getting in it, and some of them seem to be up and ready. They are ready to go ahead and be part of this rebellion, while there are some who thinking it's bad to get into this rebellion. But while all that's going on, Nami and Shinobu are gathering intel on some guys who seem to be trying to get some weapons shipped to the country and everything. Of course, they're busted, but they're able to escape. And this is where we're actually finding out that Shinobu is afraid of weapons. and well, being a shinobi and all, that's a little funny, but she also has a different way of fighting. And considering how she and Nami escaped on this kite here and everything, it's showing we may see her own different way of fighting. Oh, also, and I have something I forgot to mention about chapter 925, Otamina's alive and well. And it turns out Razu's going to try to get Luffy and Eustass, well, maybe just Luffy, not Eustass Kidd, out of jail. But back on to where we were going. While all of this is going on, we're finally seeing what the side is of prison out there. And man, it's rough out there. I guess Kaido's idea of trying to break Luffy and Eustass Kidd's spirit is by making them starve to death, work so hard that they get tired and exhausted like this old man did, to where he only got one dango for doing 5 stones. And he's being tortured and beaten up and all that. But Luffy and Eustass Kidd, they're like, screw this, I can take care of this easily. And here's the thing, they still have sea stone handcuffs on, so they can't use their powers. But even still, like hell, that's gonna stop those two. Fuck that. Yeah, screw that shit. Screw that shit. Pardon the language, folks. But either case, yeah, seriously, man, they were like killing it, and like they did like, I don't know, 500 stones of moving things, and they got this big plague of dingoes here. I mean, dangos here that are eaten up. Unfortunately, the vice chief jailer, who is known as Dobon, who ate the hippo smile fruit, and here he is right here. And let me just say, that is one weird smile fruit there, because the hippo's mouth, like he's inside the hippo's mouth, but when he's closing it, his feet are on the chin of that hippo, and the hippo is just all completely one big thing. It's like, say, like if I was the hippo, like I'm inside his mouth here, but it's still his other side, from his head to all the way to his body, is right back there. Bizarre, right? Man, I'm just like saying, whoa. And then since they were Eustass Kidd and Luffy are eating up all those dangos, he tries to punish them by putting them in their mouth. And those guys are saying, boy, spit us out. That's disgusting. And then Luffy finds that wounded man and just takes him off. And, well, Eustass Kidd and Luffy are getting the admiration of the prisoners, because let's just say that this prison is doing nothing to those guys. They are just treating it like it's just buying some time, doing what they can do until someone helps them or not. And let me just say, it's good to see Eustass Kidd and Luffy bickering back and forth again. We weren't given that in the manga, sort of, in the sense, but in the anime we were. Like in the Shambori Archipelago, Law, Eustass Kidd, and Luffy were all bickering each other as they were going to face the Marines. I would guess they're going to have something of a neutral antagonistic relationship, but no doubt they're still going to work together to try and defeat these guys. But that's all I have, and I'm just right now saying I love so far how Act 2 is starting. We're obviously getting introductions and name drops to more people who are coming down the road here, and hopefully we start to see how Usopp, Frankie, and Robin are doing, like chapter centers around them and their situation. I mean, we know they're gathering intel and stuff, but I'd still like to see more of their adventure in the Wild Country arc. And let's see where Zoro is now with his uncoordinated self. But let me guys know what you thought of these two chapters. Did you enjoy them? Did you love them? Did you not like them? Did you dislike them? Leave it in the comment section down below. You enjoy my videos? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of more videos. And until then, MegaGeek Mixer is signing out. Bye!